Welcome to the University of Life. Gather round and take a seat, students. I'm your substitute for the night. Cause you might think you're doing it right. I thought it too, up until I learned my lesson. Now it's the lesson plan that I offer you. Study history, learn from the mistakes of those who came before you so you can make it.
What's up, YouTube? It's the Big Kahuna, finally back with a video. Now, I've been sitting on the sides for a long time, just watching and looking and absorbing all the things that's been going on, and this happens to be a very, very exciting time for all gamers. Regardless of the system you choose, this is an exciting time. But I always have to deal with those people who always have to do foolishness, either on Facebook, on YouTube, or on whatever they decide to do. So let's go down memory lane. 2013, the PlayStation 4 comes out. And a week later after that, the Xbox One. Now, the PlayStation came out. It was, I believe, 1.84 teraflops. Back then, nobody knew what the hell a teraflop was. And the Xbox came out at like 1.32 or something shit like that teraflops. And like I said, nobody knew what a teraflop was. But I tell you what they did know. They knew we have more teraflops. So it's better than your teraflops. That's what they did know. But isn't it funny that everything comes full circle? Because when PlayStation came out, they had 2 AAA exclusives. 2. They had Knack. I played a little bit of it at GameStop before the system actually came out, and it was a pretty decent game, but $60? Now, this is all based on my opinion. It wasn't worth $60 to me, so I wasn't going to buy or shell out $60 for that game. But that's not saying that it wouldn't be worth $60, $100, or whatever to someone else, because there were people that loved that game. And like I said, it's not that I didn't like the game. I just didn't think it was worth $60. Now, when I had the PS3, I had Killzone 2. Loved that game and was so anticipating that game on the PS4. I was just like everybody else, watching all the videos and stuff like that. Oh my gosh, this game looks good. This game's going to be great. Got the game, and it was somewhat underwhelming. Beautiful game, but not fun at all. And once again, this is my opinion. Other people may have loved that game, and it could have been the best game to them. But I do remember there was a YouTuber that used to say, what I eat don't make you shit, and what you eat don't make me shit. So, with that being said, then we had the Xbox One. Had a whole shitload of AAA exclusives. But not one of those PlayStation fanboys, and I'm talking about the fanboys only, said, you know what? PlayStation ain't got no exclusives. It's all about the exclusives. It's all about the games. Let me go jump on the Xbox One bandwagon. No, not a one of them, because they was too busy talking about teraflops. That's what they was talking about. We got the power. We got more than 720p and 900p. We have the power. That's all they was talking about. Now, fast forward to today. Isn't it funny that they're no longer talking about teraflops? I even seen people talking about nobody even knows what a teraflop is. They didn't know what a teraflop is now, but they knew what a teraflop was then, and they knew that we had more teraflops. Talking about the fanboys. So now, nobody wants to talk about teraflops. They want to talk about games. But you see where I'm going here? In the beginning, they didn't have the games. They had the teraflops. Now they have games. They don't have the teraflops. At least as far as we know, they don't have the teraflops. So now the narrative is, who cares about the teraflops? Nobody knows what a teraflop is. It's about the games. But it wasn't about that when they first came out. So then if you have people that don't like certain games, they're just called fanboys for no reason. Now, I do get it. There are going to be people who are going to hate on the games that you have, whether it be Uncharted, whether it be Halo, or whether it be whatever, just because it's on the rival platform and they don't like it. Remember, at one point in time, they talk shit about Gears. Oh, Gears ain't shit. Gears ain't shit. But then when, whatever, all of a sudden, they thought that Gears was going to be multi-plat. Then all of a sudden, everybody was jumping up and down. We're going to get Gears. How you like that, you bots? That's how that type of shit happens. Now, that's not to say that the bots don't do the same shit over there. Because I remember, what was the game? Damn it. They was calling it Soccer Cars or some shit like that. I can't remember what the name is, and y'all can correct me in the comments. But a lot of Xbox dudes was like, oh, that game looked like trash. It's an indie game. Who cares about that game? But then it came out, and all of a sudden, those same people were playing the game. So you can see how these narratives keep switching back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Then there was an article that came out that said that PlayStation was going to be more powerful than the Xbox Series X. And then once again, the fanboys showed their true colors and was like, look at that, take that, bots. We have the power. Until Phil came out and said, no, 12 teraflops. And now all of a sudden it's back to the games. But anyway, shout out to my boy Dealer, to Colt Eastwood, to Randall L, and all those guys who kept doing their podcasts, who kept doing their videos saying, hey, it's going to be 12 teraflops. It's going to be a beast. It's going to do this and that. And all the fanboys was like, you guys are just X-twats and X-bots and all this other stuff. You guys are fanboys and all this other bullshit they kept saying. It's not going to do shit. PlayStation's going to be more powerful. PlayStation got the games and all that other stuff. And before I go, one more thing. And you're going to see some of the comments, because I also watch Brad, I can't remember his last name or the name of his channel, because some of these comments come from his channel. But you're going to see these comments talking about dealing them by being right. But I will say this, will any of those people who accuse them of being dumb, being stupid, being bots, or any of that, will any of those people come up and man up and say, you know what, Dealer, I was wrong. You know what, Colt, I was wrong? No, they won't. But I will say this one time, and I was telling Dealer this myself. So I have a friend who his PlayStation went up, and somebody said, hey, won't you get an Xbox? And my friend said, I ain't getting no Xbox. Xbox ain't got no games. And then I looked at him, I said, how many games do you have on your PlayStation when it was working? Oh, I had about maybe 10. I said, oh, really? I said, I got over 300 games on my Xbox. I said, so who doesn't have any games? But I know what you guys are saying when you say games. But anyway, as I always say, fanboys don't love their favorite system. They just hate yours. Peace.